Stay tuned and I'll teach you how to apply personal development principles to help you to achieve inside-out success in life and in business. Hello and welcome to the place where we talk about all things personal development. In this video, I'm going to talk about self-imposed limitations. Self-imposed limitations usually are rooted in the way we think, believe, speak, and act. Earlier today, I was thinking back to an individual session I had with one of my clients a few months ago. And we were talking about self-imposed limitations and self-limiting beliefs and how they can keep us from achieving the success that we were destined for. And I asked him to describe what it was like at the lowest point of his life. He realized that he had hit his personal rock bottom when he woke up to the fact that he was living in a tent in his parents' basement. This may sound far-fetched to you, but this is another person's reality. By training and education, I work in the field of mental and behavioral health. A lot of the clients that I deal with in my 9-to-5 are clients that suffer from co-occurring disorders. And my question is, how many of you are living in a psychological and emotional tent? Oftentimes, we don't realize how much we've limited ourselves until life gets so constricted, it's so tight, and we're living so far below our potential that the spirit, the soul, the mind, the intellect is crying out for more. It's telling us from the inside out that we deserve better. There's going to come a time in every person's life when we hit that rock bottom, as that young man did. Or we may say we're at a fork in the road, or we've reached our turning point. But we have a decision to make. Do I want to move forward and continue on status quo? Or do I want to tap into that greatness that was put inside of me? It's in my DNA to elevate. But sometimes our belief system will not allow us to rise to those heights. It becomes a glass ceiling. We can see where we want to go, or we can see and we feel the potential that we have, and we just can't get there, or we don't know how to get there. Sometimes we just need someone that's a little further along than ourselves to step into our process and to support us on this phase of our journey. And what your support system looks like today may be different than it'll look like in a year from now, 2 years from now. But the beauty of this life is everything we need to succeed in life is already inside of us. And God, Creator, Source, commands the universe to meet us at our level of belief or at our level of faith. So the moment you decide, I want to get better, I want to do better, I want to be better, the universe says, okay, I'm here to help. So what is it that you need to do internally to create expansion? Expansion in your mind, expansion in your emotions, and your expansion in your belief about you. How many times have you heard someone say, man, you're amazing. How did you do that? You made that look so easy. That's your gifting. That's your talent. That's your call. Each one of us is called to a higher purpose. We were put on this earth not only to become our highest self, but also to help another person through their process. So you may be called to be a helper. You may be called to be a life coach. You might be that go-to friend that when everybody's going through something, who's the first person they pick up and call? They call you. But imagine if you truly tapped into your greatness and began to free your mind and to believe the best about yourself and your abilities. Imagine the impact you could make on the earth. And we're at a time now where we need people who believe in themselves, people who can look to another person and say, you know what? It's not about me today. I'm here to help you. And the secret to overcoming self-imposed limitations or a self-limiting belief system is inner healing. And that's where personal development comes in. By tapping into inner healing through personal development, my entire life changed. It was a 180-degree change that I made. It was in my deepest, darkest moment that I realized I have the power to make my situation better. I had the power to get out of that psychological and emotional pit that I had dug for myself. I beautified the pit. I made it comfortable. The pit became my comfort zone. So what I'm suggesting to you today is to take time and do some introspection. Take a look and see, what are those broken places in your life? Do you have unresolved trauma? Do you have any losses that you still need to grieve and mourn so that you can heal and get better? Did you grow up in a dysfunctional environment? Did you have people beating you down verbally, sometimes physically? Did you grow up believing that you weren't good enough or you didn't have what it takes to succeed? If so, then this is the place for you. Personal development is your way up and out. It will break right through the glass ceiling. And the more you get to know yourself, the stronger you become, the more confident you become. And you start to apply personal development principles to your life. We learn that it's not our conscious mind that controls what we do. It's the subconscious mind. It's like the puppet master. But the thing about the subconscious mind, it's the housing, or it's where all of our dysfunction is held. It's where all of our habits, our dysfunction, our belief system, everything is housed in this place called the subconscious mind. And unfortunately, there is no gate. There's no filter to it. It will accept anything we say, anything we think, and it'll accept it as fact. And then we'll start making decisions out of something that may not even be true. Whatever we implant in the soil of our subconscious mind becomes that which will grow. And so the seed that's planted into our subconscious mind, it's words, it's thoughts, right? We plant that. And those seeds grow up and it becomes our experience. So if I'm like the young man I mentioned in the beginning of this video who was living in a tent in his parents' basement, look at how small and constricted he had made his life. But his living environment was a reflection of what was going on in his subconscious mind. He was imprisoned in his subconscious mind, and he recreated that experience in his natural environment. So imagine if we start sowing seeds of positivity. We start using positive affirmations. We tell the truth to ourselves that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We're blessed beyond measure. We're smart. We're beautiful. We have potential. We are gifted. We're talented. If we start sowing those seeds in our subconscious mind, and we have to do it to the point where it becomes a habit, because our negative thought patterns are a habit. I don't have to think about having a negative thought. They're just automatic. They just pop in. So commonly it's known that it takes approximately 21 days to break a habit or 21 days to form a new habit. And it's about consistency and repetition. So in order to reframe my mind and to rebuild from a faulty belief system to a healthy belief system that's going to cause me to manifest the very things that I want to see in my life, it has to start with reprogramming my subconscious mind. So when an automatic negative thought pops into my head, guess what? Immediately I have to stop that thought. And that is actually a coping skill. It's called thought stopping. When the negative thought pops into my head, I immediately replace it with the positive thought, with the positive affirmation. And sometimes they'll say, fake it till you make it. And there's some truth to that. However, we're going to get to the point where we really believe what it is that we're saying. Some people might refer to this as the law of sowing and reaping, and others may refer to it as the law of attraction. What you put out is what you get back. So I can't put out positivity into the universe if all I have inside of me is negativity and limitation. So take some time tonight and think about what it is that you think about most often. And if those thoughts don't reflect the life that you want to live or the life that you want to see and experience, then change it. Only you can make this inside out change. And only you can set yourself up for inside out success. And some of you may have achieved a great level of success. But then you reach that plateau where you realize, okay, I'm not quite where I want to be, but I know I have the ability to do it. What's happening? Why am I stuck? That's your cue that it's time to make change. Heal the mind, heal the body, heal your life. And it is through personal development that you will take yourself up and out of mediocrity into greatness. Take care. If you found value in the information I've shared with you in this video, then subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so that you'll be notified when I post a new video.